And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube. Adult Junior doubles action coming to you today from Bowlero, Berks Lanes. In Sinking Springs, Pennsylvania. We are down to our final four in both scratch and handicap. Tournament director Matt is giving them their instructions, and then we will have player introductions. Why I try to figure out why my volume isn't at full level.
He does, on the board.
Take a look.
Thanks.
Not sure if he
So tournament director Matt is lining them up right now. And we're just about ready for player introductions. All right, looks like we are ready to go. Are you ready, Matthew?
I am. Are you ready?
Down to you.
All right, good afternoon, bowling fans, and welcome to Bowlero Berks Lanes here in Sinking Spring for today's finals of our second adult junior of the season for the PJBT. We have our top 4 teams remaining. We'll have 2 semifinal matches, 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3. The winners of those semifinal matches will bowl each other in a 1-game match for the title. Time to introduce our scratch division teams remaining and competing today. Our number 4 seed team is Mason Doan and Ryan Graham.
In the scratch division, your number 4 seeds, Mason Doan and Ryan
Our
Graham.
number 3 seed, Gavin Courtney and Barry Werner.
Gavin Courtney and Barry Werner are your number 3 seeds.
Our number 2 seeds are Cole Oberst and Tyler Heckman.
Cole Oberst and Tyler Heckman are your number 2 seeds.
And our tournament leaders at plus 618 for 8 games is Jacob and Scott Boxty.
Jacob and Scott Boxty are your leaders at plus 618.
This afternoon's finals. All right, now it's time to introduce our 4 handicap teams. Our number 4 seed is Riley Nahay and Chris Lucchese.
In the handicap division, your number 4 seeds, Riley Nahay and Chris Lucchese.
Hockenbrock and Tina Hook.
Your number 3 seeds, Camden Hockenbrock and Tina Hook.
Our number 2 seed is Aaron Smith and Christian Jones.
Aaron Smith, Christian Jones, your number 2 seed.
And our tournament leaders
your leaders, Miles and Garland at plus 361.
Competing in this afternoon's finals. All right, we will begin our first of two semifinal matches. Seeds 1 and 4 will bowl first.
All right, so this is how we're going to do our finals today. Our number 1 seeds are going to bowl our number 4 seeds first. In a 1-game match, then our number 2 and 3 seeds will bowl against each other. And then our winners will bowl in the finals. For our semifinals, the handicap matches are taking place on our left lanes, 19 and 20 here at Bowlero Berks. And the scratch matches for the semis take place on lanes 21 and 22. Once we get to the finals, we will flip-flop as usual. These are regular matches. Everybody bowls their own game, not like we do for under 21 doubles when we have alternate frames. So both bowlers will bowl a full game. As always, our message board is live and operational should you wish to chime in. Let me know where you're watching us from today. Let me know how the football games went, because obviously, as usual, I didn't get to watch any. We got to learn to have these tournaments on like a Tuesday or something. Everybody takes off of work and school. This way I can watch some football on Sundays. Don't forget, next week is major number 3 of our season up at ABC North in Harrisburg. We were just there last week for girls only event number 3. Now we're returning for our regular PJBT event. We usually have a major there every year or early in the season, and this year it is no different. And the week after, we are at Palmyra Bowling Center for our Memorial Tournament. It's a fun tournament. We have a youth division, scratch and handicap, and we have an adult division. We have 2 tournaments in one. So we have qualifying, and then after qualifying is done, that's the end of tournament number 1. And then our top so many qualifiers in scratch and handicap move on to tournament number 2, and our top qualifiers for the adults move on. And it's a blind draw to see who gets teamed up with who, and then we have a little bit of a doubles event, a little bit of an adult junior doubles event. So that's 2 weeks from today at Palmyra Bowling Center in Palmyra, Pennsylvania. Not too far from where we're at now. Yes, sir, sir. We'll see you when?
Next week.
Next week it is.
He still wants to get on that podium with you so he can sit and have a chat. I was hoping for that today, but
You want to sit and have a chat with the fat guy, huh? Good bowling.
Yeah. I had 4 games in the middle and it wasn't good.
You leapfrogged us on that last
seen
one, the
that.
300. Nice shoot.
It happens.
Well, you could always have a chat with me on Tuesdays and Fridays on my other YouTube channel on Fats TV. Tuesdays is a political show. Fridays is a sports show.
What time on Friday?
7 o'clock.
That's a sports junkie.
Well, no one says you can't listen to it while he's bowling.
Live streaming bowling conversation. It's up to bowl now.
So then come on Tuesdays. If we have the same political philosophy, then so be it, which we probably do. If we have opposite, that makes it even more interesting.
All right, buddy, ready to go? Take it easy. Thanks for everything.
See ya.
Thank you, sir. Let's keep an eye on that.
I could put it in my pocket.
I'd love to also, but it's not.
I didn't say I can't take it back out of my pocket.
We ended up with what? 4 300s?
Definitely 3.
And they were all adults. Yeah. Start the match on lane 19. Difference in handicap is just 3 pins going to the guardians. All right, bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our Game 1 semifinalists.
My apologies there for a second. Lost the audio. So I had to change it really quick. Put up some scoreboards. All right, so it looks like in the handicap match, the Garlands are getting 3 pins of handicap. That's Miles Garland starting with 10 pin. Riley Nahey started with a strike. Over on the scratch side, Mason Doan with a spare. And Jake Boxty with a strike. So we're off and running in semifinal number 1. They are on the pole by 25 and 26 and above the ticket machine going into the check-in room. So, by the way, a quick story. I was talking to a gentleman today who averages, I don't know, somewhere in the 180s or the 190s, maybe even the low 200s. I don't know if it's a true story or not, but he's trying to tell me his series the other night was like 213. He had a game in the 60s and a game in the 50s. I didn't even know that was possible. But then again, if you know who I'm talking about, you would know anything is possible with this gentleman. So I'm sure it actually did happen. Riley Nahay with a split in the second. Mason Doan in the scratch side, 7 spare, 7 spare. Jake Bosty with a double. Now let's see what Scott can do. He's working on a spare in the first. Ryan Graham also with a spare in the first. Scott shot 300 today. He doubles. Just be careful with the table. Camera's a little shaky today. Okay. Let's see what Ryan can do. First off, let's see. Oh, Ryan for this tournament went back to two-handed. In at least one of his leagues this winter, he's bowling one-handed, and he shot 300 this week. We got a score correction that we need on lane 19. We got to take the spare out. Chris Lucchese up, lane 20, playing deep inside. That's a double. Ryan Graham shooting at the bucket. Makes it with ease. Joining me in the booth now, Tournament Director Matt.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank everybody for coming out for a great event today. 59 teams, 118 bowlers for today's event. Sponsored by Mays Bowling and Billiards. And we had a good day on the lanes. I'm sure you talked a little bit about it, but we've used the neon pattern today, which is more of a scoring type pattern, more of a recreational shot. And we had a couple of 300s from the adults, including our tournament leaders, Scott Boxty, the adult, and also Garth Garland. So both adult bowlers on the top seeds bowling right now. They had the 300 during qualifying today. Yeah, so we had two 300s in Game 8 of qualifying in the scratch side from Scott Boxty and Jeff Spencer. Jeff just missing the cash spot in 8th today. And on the handicap side, like I mentioned, Garth Garland had a perfect 300 game during Game 4 today. So 300 games for our adults today on the neon pattern. All right, to the action. On the scratch side to your right, we have frame 4. Looks like a 16-pin lead at the moment for our tournament leaders, the Boxties. On the handicap side, Lou will look to get a strike here. Chris Lucchese, as we like to call him, Lou. He looks to get a strike to give him and Riley an 8-pin lead after 3 frames early in their first semifinal match. Again, this is the first of 2 semifinal matches. Winners of each semifinal will then bowl each other on the opposite pair for the title. So we'll start a new frame here. 4th frame for Riley Nahay. She has 34 in the 3rd. Pretty good shot, leaves a 10-pin. And on the scratch side, we are starting frame 5, 26-pin lead for the Boxties. Jacob steps up, leaves a 7-pin, so he'll look to convert. Mason will try to take advantage, working on a double in the 5th. And he does, so 3 in a row for Mason Doan. On the handicap side, we have Miles Garland stepping up, following up Riley's spare. He crosses over, leaving the 3-10. On the scratch side, another strike for Ryan Graham. So Doan and Graham, as the 4 seeds, have really put a charge into it. They've got both spare, 3 in a row. Jacob picks up his spare. Scott steps up in the 5th. On the handicap side, both of our adults have started with the front 3. Oh, nice shot there for Chris. Lou, as we like to call it. 10-pin for Lou. And a strike for Scott. So Scott, spare 4 in a row on that side. A lot of strikes on the scratch side in this first semifinal match. Lou able to convert his spare. Mason with a strike in the 6th on the scratch side. Jake will try to match him. And he does with a strike on lane 22. Garth Garland steps up. A little wide on that one.
Yes.
Got that a little outside of target. 1-2-4-7. He'll look to convert the spare. Back on the scratch side, Ryan Graham comes in light, but leaves himself a makeable 1-2-8 spare. He got that one a little wide.
He did. Garth shooting at the picket fence, and he gets it.
Starting frame 5 on the handicap side, 11 pins separate our 2 teams. Scott looking for 5 in a row, and he gets it. Big shot for them to keep up with their opponents.
Miles Garland with the strike on the handicap side. Almost a scratch match between those two. The Garlands are getting 3 pins.
Graham picks up his spare. 9 pins separate our scratch match as they start frame 7 of their semifinal.
Riley Nahay up in the 5th. She leaves a 5-count washout. Not what you want to do on a spare, that's for sure.
Solid 10 for Mason Doan on 22. Jacob trips out to 6 pin, puts up a double.
Mason Doan converts. Riley gets 4 out of the 5. So that temporarily puts the Garlands up by about a mark. So close match, halfway through.
Big strike there for Scott Boxty. He has 6 in a row now.
And Garth Garland trips the 9, and he slapped it out, sort of. Ryan Graham, 4-9.
Tough shot there. Looks like it was a pretty good shot. Just came in a tad high. So he'll see what he can do with that. Meanwhile, Lou leaves the 4 pin on 19.
Oh,
Ryan certainly gave it a try.
he did. Shook the 4 pin.
Shook the 4 pin, but didn't take any of them down. 14 pin lead for the Boxties as we go into frame 8 on the scratch side.
Which could get extended by a lot since both of them are on a double. Mason Doan with a strike.
Yep, good pick up there for Mason on the picking up his partner there. Boxties can open it up here with 2 strikes in the 8th. Scott goes wide. Jacob rather goes wide. 1-3-10. So he'll look to pick up his spare.
Riley comes in high on lane 20, leaves the 6-10. We might need to change her score. It gave her a 9 count, depending upon what she does.
Okay. Good pickup for Boxty in the 8th. Riley gets her spare. Graham does not convert his spare. Chops the 6-10 off the 3. So back-to-back opens for Graham could potentially open the door for the Boxties here to walk through.
Yeah, this could very quickly become a 40-some pin match. Miles Garland with a split. 3-9-10. Difficult conversion, but not impossible. Let's see what Scott could do here, working on 6 in a row. He comes in high, 4-7, breaks up the split.
Good break there, breaking up the split. Right now, they want to fill frames as they have the lead.
Garland did not make his split, so it's back to a 1-mark match. Chris Lucchese, that's 10 back.
Yep, great shot there for Chris. Scott able to pick up his spare, 188 in the 7th. Now they're both working spares. 40 pin lead for the Boxties as we go into the foundation 9th frame. Again, you're watching semifinal number 1 of 2. We'll have one more semifinal and then a title match for today's tournament. Jacob with a strike in the 9th. Mason looking to put up a double.
Yeah, this is almost a must-strike situation here for Mason.
And he throws a perfect shot, and the ball missed the 8 pin. Drove it straight back. Wow, tough shot.
That's a huge bad break. That would have given him a double going into the 10th, but instead, it's going to be a 9 spare.
Yeah, so the team of Doan and Graham can only max out now at 440, where their opponents can still shoot 500. So they are going to have to strike out and need some help at this point to make it.
On the
to
handicap
advance.
side, both of the Garlands opened in the 6th, while Riley and Chris both marked, so that match is now dead even.
Scott comes in high, 247.
I'm going to bet that he's going to be happy to get off this pair, that they don't have to bowl it in the finals. Because the last few shots, he's been starting to leak high, and it looks like he's moving right, and it's not right enough.
Well, we do have a lot of friction out there today, and with this being a regular tournament, not a major, we did not re-oil for the finals, so we've had some strong scores here toward the end of the day.
Riley leaks a little higher self, leaves just the 4-pin, though, makeable spare.
Pretty good shot for her. Scott does cover the 3, keeps the board clean. So they will go into the 10th frame with a 47-pin lead. So they pretty much just both got to keep the board clean. And they will be, our tournament leaders will be advancing to the title match.
Riley converts. And they find themselves up by 6. Could be increased to 16 with a double by Chris. But first, let's see what Garth could do in the 7th.
Jacob Boxty gets the first strike to match Mason.
Garth strikes.
If you're tuning in, make sure you tell your bowling friends to turn on their feed and watch the live streaming finals today from here at Bowlero Berks Lanes. Sinking Spring, our finals of our second adult junior of the season. Great turnout today of 118 bowlers.
Chris comes in a little high, leaves himself the solid 9 with Jacob's strike there. First ball in the 10th, and Mason's not striking. Second ball in the 10th. This match is over.
Yes, Mason shoots 226. Boxton strikes one more time, and he'll be in the 230s to beat his opponent. Graham comes up high. He'll be in the 180s. And the Boxties will advance.
Casey converts. Riley, great shot, strikes in the 8th. Looked like it was going to leak high just for a second, but it held its ground. Now Miles up in the 8th looking to match. He comes in high, leaves just a 3-pin, so a makeable spare. You're welcome.
Match up the scratch side. 402 the total for the non-winners, Doan and Graham. They'll finish in 4th. Scott finishing up here. Strike in the 10th. Second ball. Strikes again. He'll be in the 250s, and they will finish around 490. So pretty convincing, about 80-some pin victory for the Boxties. They will advance to the finals. Still got a match on the handicap side.
Chris up in the 8th. He puts up an X. He and his partner both strike. Miles did spare in the 8th. Now let's see if Garth could double.
8 count for Scott, 253. And they finish off the match with a 489 total. And they win the match 489 to 402. All right, we're in the foundation 9th frame on the handicap side. Miles Garland crosses over a wiggly 5-pin, 9 count. Picks up his spare. Now Riley steps up on a strike. So this will be a big shot for her. Working the strike. Like she got it a little bit inside a target, and she comes in high, leaving the 4-9. An unfortunate break.
So she definitely wants to make sure she gets 1 here.
Yes, this match will certainly come down to the 10th frame. There's no question about that. 15 pins only separate our two teams.
Riley gets the 1.
Good job there to get the count. 125 in the 9th for Riley.
Garth comes in high, breaks up the baby split, leaves just a 3-pin. Nice little break there for him. But advantage Chris. Chris could now double, be on some strikes going into the 10th, where nobody on the Garlands will be on strikes. So Garth converts.
Yep, 2 spares on the board. So big shot here for Chris.
Still an incredibly close match. The Garlands with 305. The best they could do, I believe, is 385.
Like Glue got it a little in, but it held. Big shot there, big double for him, giving them the lead. It'll be an 18-pin lead going into the 10th.
So they cannot be shut out.
Yeah, they can pick up 10 pins in the 10th frame if everybody strikes out. It shows them up 8, so they're actually up 18 at the moment as we start the 10th frame.
Riley, big shot here. All right, she breaks up the split, leaves just the 3-6-10. Makeable, but not the easiest. I would say of all the spares, they used to be really easily made back in my generation. This is the hardest one for the new generation. Riley makes it just the way you're supposed to make it.
I think she was a little worried about that when she was afraid if that ball grabs just at any inch, she might chop the 3-6 off the 10. But ball was able to fade through and pick up the spare. It'd be important for Miles to step up and get a double in the 10th. That would really put some pressure on Chris. Riley will try to get a good count here. And how about 10? 10 back. 145 for Riley.
So Chris will need to double and count to shut them out, assuming the Garlands could strike out themselves.
Let's see what Miles does here. First shot in the 10th. Crosses over and gets a break, taking out the 10 pin.
And he kind of slapped it out.
That was a big break.
That was a huge break.
So let's see what he does here on the second shot. Comes up high, the same spot, leaves a 3-pin.
So now, if my math is right, the first strike by Chris in good count should be all that they need.
Miles Garland will finish with 149 on the scoreboard scratch. And it's a 22-pin lead, essentially, for Lou. If Lou gets a double, if everybody strikes out, they win by 22.
So they have 335, so 375. So yeah, he just needs the first one. And it's away. And he does not get the 10 pins. So now we got ourselves a match.
So if he would spare and strike, if my math
That
is
should be
right,
enough.
spare and strike should put them up 36. So that would mean Garth has a chance to double and get a count in the 10th to win.
72.
Based on the mathematics of these scoring monitors.
Yes, actually, if he spares strikes and
spare strike should put him at 37 up.
If everybody strikes from here on in, I believe scratch, they tie. So 3 pins would be the difference with the handicap. If I'm adding it.
You are correct.
I am, yes. 4, 27, 23, yes.
Yes, the handicap would be the difference. So they would tie scratch, but the 3 pins could come into play here. So Chris will look to get a strike and get as much count as he can. He gets 9, so 226. So that will so 375 on the scoreboard. No, I'm sorry, 371 rather.
So double 7.
Double 7, correct.
And Garth's first shot is away, and that's going to come in high. And Riley Nahey and Chris Lucchese will be moving on to the finals. So our number 1 seeds are out.
In handicap.
In the handicap division. All right, your final score, 371 to 3.
57.
Looks like 57, yes. Now on the scratch side, 489 to 402. All right, that's going to do it for semifinal number 1. We'll give out some awards, and then we'll get ready for semifinals number 2. You are watching the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube, coming to you today from Bowlero Berks Lanes in Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our first semifinal, finishing in fourth place officially in the scratch division. Each bowler receiving a $125 scholarship and cash payout. An award for the youth goes to the team of Mason Doan and Ryan Graham.
Mason Doan, Ryan Graham, fourth place today in the scratch division. Close enough.
And officially our third place finishers in the handicap division. Youth bowler receiving a $100 scholarship and award. Adult bowler a $100 payout goes to Miles and Garth Garland.
Miles and Garth Garland officially third place today, since they were the top seeds in the handicap division.
All right, on to our second semifinal.
All right, let's get ready for semifinal number 2.
Okay, so while our bowlers are warming up, we'll talk about the upcoming schedule for the PJBT. Next Sunday, we will have our third major of the season, major singles event. We'll be at ABC North Lanes in Harrisburg, starting at 10:30. Next week's major will have extra payouts, top prize of $300 next week guaranteed. And we'll pay out the top girls bonus scholarships next week. So make sure you come out and join us. You can sign up online on our website, PJBTBowlingSeries.com. Then the following Sunday, October the 30th, is our Steve Brown Memorial Scholarship Tournament, one of our most unique events of the year. We have adult and youth divisions, so we'll have our Scratch and Handicap Youth Tournament, and then we will also have our adult singles tournament at the other end of the center, and then the top finishers from the singles tournament will be matched up blind doubles for additional prizes in the doubles portion of the event. So multiple ways to cash scholarships for the youth and multiple ways for the adults to win cash at the Steve Brown Memorial Tournament. That'll be Sunday, October the 30th, 2 weeks from today. We'll be at Palmyra Bowling Center for that event, starting at 10:30 in 2 weeks. And then we have one of our biggest events of the year the following week, Sunday, November the 6th. We'll be at Leisure Lanes in Lancaster for our Bowling Center Championship. If you haven't signed up your team yet, our Bowling Center Championship is the event where we invite our bowlers to make up teams from their home bowling center. 5 bowlers sanctioned in the same bowling center. They come out and bowl a team tournament. Top bowlers obviously win scholarships, but the top winning team in scratch and handicap also receive a $500 donation to their junior league program from the PJBT in our continued effort to get back to our local communities and help out our junior programs to grow. It is a great event. We can take up to 30 teams of 5. So if you haven't put in your team yet or put your team together, make sure you talk to your junior coordinator or your friends from your local center and get a team of 5 together for the team championship, Bowling Center Championship on Sunday, November the 6th, 10:30 a.m. at Leisure Lanes. Then the following Sunday, November the 13th, will be our next 21 and under doubles event, and we'll be at Suburban Bowlerama in York. That event starts at 10:30. And then the following Sunday, November the 20th, will be our next adult junior of the season. It'll be an adult junior and our 4th major of the season. It's our only adult junior combined with a major event. We'll be at Berks Lanes' sister center, Bowlero Limerick Bowl. And that event will start at 10:30 on Sunday, November the 20th. So all of these events are posted on our schedule, on our website, PJBTBowlingSeries.com, and our information page on Facebook. Just search PJBT Youth Information Page for the up-to-minute updates on social media.
Boy, Matt, you did that very well.
Thank you, sir.
You must be listening to me.
We've done it a couple of times.
Couple 2-3.
So, and we'll talk a little bit about today's pattern while our competitors finish up their practice. Bowling on the neon pattern today, 43 feet, 12-to-1 ratio, a little less than a house shot. Clearly a recreational type pattern with 24 units of oil.
Mostly on the inside.
Mostly on the inside, yeah. So, and I'm going to go get our semifinalists ready while Jason continues discussing the pattern.
I don't know, there's not much else to say. If you want to look up neon, feel free. Google neon oil pattern and you'll get whatever you want to see. All right, looks like another close handicap match. Looks like Camden and Tina will be getting 10 pins. 10 pins. All right, down to Matt to get us going.
All right, bowling fans, time to begin our second semifinal of the afternoon. On the stretch side to your right, we have number 2 seed Cole Oberst and Tyler Heckman taking on number 3 seed Gavin Courtney and Barry Warner. The winner of this semifinal match will take on our tournament leaders for the title. On the handicap side, we have number 2 seed Aaron Smith and Christian Jones taking on number 3 seed Kathleen Hockenbrock and Tina Hook. Aaron and Christian have elected to have Camden and Tina start the match on lane 19. Difference in handicap is 10 pins going to Camden and Tina. All right? Winners of these semifinal matches will take on the winners you just saw in the first semifinal. Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our Game 2 semifinalists.
All right. Off we go. These could be two entertaining matches.
What?
Got some lefties here again in this one. Gavin Courtney starting us off lane 22. He goes 10 back. Camden Hockenbrock, 7-pin. Cole Oberst, we've been seeing him a lot lately on the stream. Climbing the ranks. I believe he is a senior this year in high school. Cam converts. Cole with a strike. Aaron Smith. 6-pin. Another lefty. Barry with a strike. Tyler Heckman. Another lefty. We're dominated by lefties in this match. Tina now. That's a Miami Dolphins looking bowling ball. Teal and orange color. Tyler gets 2 off of his split. First look at Christian Jones. He goes 10 back. That was a very nice shot. Tina converts. So everybody's clean through one over there. Gavin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lefties in the 8 bowlers. I didn't know Neon was such a lefty dominant pattern.
Certainly got everybody in this match.
Yes.
For sure.
Camden up, frame 2. She gets the 5 out, interestingly.
Good shot.
Yes.
Good start for her. Strike, or spare strike. On the scratch side, Barry Warner steps up, trips out the 4. Perfect scoreboard for those guys through 2 frames. Ooh, and Heckman comes 10 high. He could have had a really low count, but he goes 2, 4, 7, 10, 6 count. So he has started with split. It is a makeable split, however.
Aaron Smith barely converts his 7, but a slash is a slash, no matter if you hit it dead center or just tapped it. Tina crossing over to the left side. She's like, well, these lefties are going to hit him over here, so am I. Christian Jones. That's a double.
Okay, on the scratch side, Heckman able to convert that split, but Courtney and Warner still perfect scoreboard as he strikes in the 3rd. Again, this is our 2nd semifinal, so if you're just tuning in, our top seed in scratch won the 1st semifinal.
Good shot by Camden. That's a double.
And our number 4 seed on the handicap side won the 1st match. They wait the winners of this semifinal. Oberst comes in a little bit high, 4-pin. He'll look to make his spare.
Good shot there by Smith. That's his first strike of the match. Spare strike for him.
Warner gets a triple, and we have 6 for 6 on the number 3 seed team, Courtney and Warner. So they're putting some early pressure on Oberst and Heckman.
Tina crossing over again. This time leaves the 5-pin. I'll put my hand up for a drink. I'm kind of thirsty. Christian comes in high, pays the price. 6, 7, 10. Let's see if Tyler could not throw a split. That's a much better shot.
Yeah, it looked like he got that ball, moved his feet a little more to the right.
Yes, started it in on some oil.
Got it in the oil sooner.
Christian only gets one. That's a 2-pin mistake.
Courtney makes it 4 in a row for their team.
They came to bowl. Camden now up, looking for a triple.
Oberst goes a little bit wide on 22, leaving the bucket 2-4-5-8.
Camden with the old Dick Weber wall shot. Smith comes in a bit high, leaves himself the 6-pin.
Warner comes in high, breaking up their string of strikes, but he leaves a 4-pin, a makeable spare. Oberst able to convert his bucket. 65 in the third with a spare. Warner picks up his spare, so triple spare for him to start the match.
Tina, that's going to hit pocket. Beautiful shot.
That time, Heckman gave it a little bit more room. I think he was scared that the ball would jump. Gave it some extra room there, went a little wide, leaving the 3-6. So he'll look to pick up his spare.
Christian Jones comes back off of his open with his 3rd strike of the match.
Heckman gets 1. So only 57 in the 4th for him. So they got a lot of road to climb here. 47-pin lead for Courtney and Warner as we head into frame 5.
Good shot by Camden, leaves just the 7-pin.
5 in a row for Gavin.
Two-pin for Cole. Camden converts. She stays clean through half the match. Aaron Smith comes in high, pays the price. 2, 4, 10.
On lane 22, Warner leaves 7-pin, while Oberst will convert his 4-pin.
Aaron doesn't get any. Tina now up, lane 19, looking to double. And she does. Beautiful shot. They're building a lead. Christian puts up a double. That's his 4th strike in 5 frames, keeping his team in it.
Heckman gets his second strike in the match. Stepping up Courtney. Gets that one a little bit wide, and he knew it when he let it go. Came in behind the head pin, and he leaves the 3-7. So, first mistake of the match. So he'll look to get count. Keep a big lead for him and his partner, Barry Warner.
Camden, she got that ball inside. Pays the price with the 5-7. But her opponent also split 4, 6, 7, 8. He gets 3.
Valiant effort for Courtney there on the conversion of the split, but he gets 1. So 146th in the 6th for him. Chance for Oberst and Heckman to get back in the match here in the 6th frame.
Cam gets one. That's her first open.
Big strike there for Cole.
Jones leaves the pocket 5. That ball hit the pins and went straight right.
Barry picks up his partner with a strike in the 6th. And Heckman, unfortunately, continues to struggle on the right lane. He comes in right 3-6-9. So he's struggling to put something together.
10 pin for Tina. Let's see if she can convert the corner.
Again, this is semifinal number 2. The scratch division on your right, handicap division on your left. Oberst up in the 7th. Makes a good shot. That's a double for him.
Yeah, so why complain? Fucking earring wearing fag.
Seven count for Gavin Courtney as he comes in high. 2-4-7.
Moving the finals down to his pair.
And Tyler just cannot find it. 5 count, big split. Courtney picks up his spare.
Ooh.
Big shot.
A little bit of a deflection. Basically, it was the same thing as his 5 pin. The ball hit and went right.
Heckman gets 1, so 91 in the 7th for him.
So
very unorthodox for Tyler Heckman.
that actually means ball change or find oil because his ball's rolling out.
Barry with a strike, that gives him a double in the 7th. And as the scratch division starts the 8th frame, it's a 7 and 9 pin lead for Courtney and Warner. Gavin back on the strike train. Gets a strike in the 8th.
Oh, another Dick Weber wall shot.
He's got to work it.
She does.
Colubers with a strike. He's got 3 in a row. Heckman, I believe, made a ball change. Gets a strike. So good ball change for him. Might be too late in the match, but he certainly made a good shot there. Warner comes up a little bit wide, leaving the 5-7. Very interesting.
I sense a little transition.
It does seem that way. Ooh.
Greek Church. Well, lucky for her, she was on an open, so she doesn't lose count.
Courtney puts up a double in the 9th. And Courtney and Warner pretty much going to lock up this match by keeping the board clean. Warner gets 8 miss, so 172 in the 8th
This is
for
only
him.
like his second or third year, so he doesn't have the knowledge to change.
Here first. You got one. You got first stage. That's
Oberst comes up a little bit light, 258. Oh, Werner knew that shot was inside. He leaves a 6-9-10. But again, this match is pretty much over. Oberst with a chop of the spare in the ninth, and that'll pretty much end the match. So Gavin Courtney and Barry Werner will be moving on to the finals to take on the box teams.
Aaron Smith with a strike in the ninth. He can still shoot the 180s. Camden converts her spare. Barring anything dumb, she'll be at least in the 180s. Christian, he wall shots. So he could still be in the 2-0s. So this match isn't over yet. Tina, coming off back-to-back opens, gets a 6 count.
So we have a victory on the scratch side, but the handicap match really hasn't been decided yet.
And it's getting closer and closer. As we go into this could be another match where the handicap could come into play here. Cam misses her mark and leaves a washout. So they were up comfortably just 2 frames ago. And now, all of a sudden, well, Aaron Smith leaves a baby split.
On the scratch side, our top bowlers, 209 for Cole Oberst. Gavin Courtney will strike out and shoot 256. So a big game for him.
All right, Camden gets 2, so she has 192. The best Aaron Smith could do is 172, so that's a 20-pin swing there. He gets 169, so that's 23 pins. Christian could still shoot 209. Tina will add the handicap in with her. She's at 162. This is a big shot for her. And she trips the 4. So that really helps. She really needed a mark there. So if she goes spare, let's just say, that's 374. And if Christian strikes out, 209, 169, that would still be a win here. So Christian needs to put some X's up on the board, and he doesn't, and that, I believe, is going to end this match. Tina, that definitely ends it now.
On the scratch side, Barry Werner finishes with 219.
The open really ends it.
And a final score on the scratch side, we have 475 to 359. Courtney and Werner moving on to the finals.
All right. Camden and Tina, 382. Aaron and Christian, 3 46. That does it for the semifinals on the handicap side. So now we'll give out the awards, and then the bowlers will flip-flop. Scratch will move to 19 and 20. Handicap will move to 21 and 22.
Sorry.
Yeah, they go to it was fun.
Sure.
I know the fact I'm not afraid. I'm just sitting here.
Funny.
Well, you call yourself that. I don't. I'm only repeating what you said.
I didn't say funny because you said you're going to sit right there. That's the funny line.
That's just like a whole big setup.
We go first class here.
Yeah?
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our second semifinal for today's PJBT. Officially finishing in third place in the scratch division. You bowler receiving a $125 scholarship and a worthy dope bowler a $125 payout goes to Cole Oberst and Tyler Heckman.
Cole Oberst, Tyler Heckman, third place today in the scratch division.
And officially our fourth place finishers in the handicap division. The U bowler receiving a $100 scholarship and the an award at the adult bowler a $100 payout goes to the team of Aaron Smith and Christian Jones.
Aaron Smith, Christian Jones. Officially fourth place in handy. All right, let's get ready for the finals. I'll be right back.
Okay, on to our title matches.
Take care, Cole. See you later. See you next time. Oh, that plate is bullshit, right? Mike muted, right? Matt, Mike muted? Mike muted?
Yes. No, it's not. Now it is.
Okay. Whoops. Yeah, at that point, we're just pulling for pride.
Yeah. It was a tough match.
He just lost all his lines. It wasn't his nerves, he just lost his lines. That just sucked. Still a good day. Also, so far this season, first, into second, into third. Wow. By the end of the year, I'll be last. If I keep that up. Kill him, Smalls.
All right, down to Matt. Let's go with the finals. All right, over to Matt. Let's go with the finals.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time for our title matches for today's adult junior event. On the stretch side to your left, we have top seed Jacob and Scott Boxley taking on number 3 seed Gavin Courtney and Barry Warner. The Boxleys have elected to start the match on the left lane on lane 19. On the handicap side to your right, we have number 3 seed Camden Hockenbrock and Tina Hook taking on number 4 seed Riley DeHay and Chris Lucchese. We have Camden and Tina elected to start the match on lane 21, and the difference is handicap of 36 going to them. All right, bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our title matches for this afternoon's PJBT.
All right, off we go to the finals. On the handicap side, which is now on 21 and 22, Camden and Tina are getting 36 pins of handicap from Riley and Chris. That's a lot. All right, Gavin is up first, starting us off on the scratch. How about you do the scratch, I'll do the handicap.
I can do that.
Since I could see the handicap probably a little better than you can.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Camden is up first. She's bowling on lane 21. And starts us off with a 7-pin.
Scratch side, Gavin starts with a 7-pin spare. And Jake picks up right where he left off, strike in the first.
Camden does not make her 7-pin.
And Scott with a strike. So Jake and Scott both start the match off with a solid strike. See what Barry Warner does first shot here. He goes 10 back.
Riley comes in high, leaves a 6-10. I will go down there and tell them right now we're not doing shot for shot. It looks like they're waiting until everybody's done with the frame before they go. Riley chops her spare.
Jake gets a double to start the match. Gavin also with a strike, so spare strike for Gavin.
Tina comes in high, pays the price. 6, 7, 10.
It looks like Chris, as we know him as Lou, looks to have the opportunity to be the first person to get a mark in the handicap match.
He does.
9 count for Barry Warner in the second, leaving 10 pin. Sweet. Bunch of 9s on the board on the handicap side. Let's see if Scott can put up a double here. Comes in a little bit light. Gets a good count, though. 9 count, leading the 3-pin. Makeable spare.
And Chris leaves the 7.
Werner picks up his spare. Keeps the board clean for 2 frames. Once again, you're watching the title match for today's Adult Junior. We started with 59 teams today, 118 bowlers. We had 35 teams in the scratch division, 24 teams in the handicap division. Starting the 3rd frame on the scratch side. Gavin gets a strike, so double for him. Jake with a strike, triple to start the match. And Camden with a strike. And Barry Warner back on the scratch side with a strike. Riley steps up in the 2nd. This goes inside, 6-10.
Sounds like we got a pile up. Guys, pile up 22.
Boxty with a strike. 40 in the 2nd. Strike, spare, strike in the 3rd. So we got a pretty good match on the scratch side.
I didn't know you were down back.
Courtney with a good shot. 7-pin on lane 19. So he starts out spare, double, and he'll look to put a spare up here in the 4th. Boxty makes it 4 in a row. Jacob with a mixed strike. Old. Barry Warner in the 4th. Didn't like it. Knew it was inside target, but he breaks up anything bad. Leaves a 4-7. He can make that spare. Now Scott Boxty steps up in the 4th. Goes very light. That ball did not turn toward the hole. He leaves the 3-5-10. An interesting spare. Warner gets his spare. So the Boxties will have a small lead after 4 frames.
Good shot by Tina. Leaves a solid 10.
Interesting. Scott gets 1. So 66 in the 4th for him. So a 7-pin lead for the Boxties as they enter frame 5. Gavin makes a really good shot. Not sure how the head pin missed the 10-pin, but it did, and he gets a 9 count.
Chris gets the 5 out. Gives a little wry smile. Tina does not look like she's going to make her 10th pin.
Back back-to-back opens for Tina to start the title match. Courtney picks up his spare. Hold on. We need a full rack.
Camden with a good shot. Gets unlucky. Leaves a 6-8. Riley. She's going to miss the head pin right. Leaves a washout. So Camden definitely wants to make sure she gets one here because she's on a strike. Hitting a pin gives you 2 here at this point. So that's what she does.
Barry trips out the 4-pin. He's been perfect on the right lane in this title match. Now Scott Boxty coming off the open in the 4th.
Riley gets 2 on her washout attempt.
Scott bounces back with a nice strike. He's perfect on the left lane.
Tina, that's going to come in high. That's a baby split. So Tina having a little trouble getting started here this game. That's a double for Lou.
Gavin Courtney with a strike on lane 19. Jake will try to match him in a moment and make it 6 in a row for him.
Tina gets 1, so she's still looking for her first mark. In fact, if you recall, last game, her and Camden, they were clean through 5. Now, through 3, they only got 1 mark.
Boxty makes his first mistake of the match. After front 5, he leaves a 7-pin. So that gives an opportunity for Courtney and Warner to even up the match. And Warner walks right through with a double. First strike of the match on the left lane for him.
Riley comes in high, leaves just a 3-pin.
Jacob not able to convert his 7-pin, so 147 in the 6th for him. See if Dad Scott can pick him up.
Camden makes her spare in the 4th. Riley does the same.
Better shot that time for Scott, but comes in a little light, leaving the 10-pin. So he'll look to pick up the spare. Right now, the scoreboard on scratch side shows the Boxties in the lead, but no big strikes going into the 7th. Their opponents with a single and a double.
Tina crossed over, left just a 3-pin. We'll see if she can pick this up. Lou came in high, left the 3-6-10, bit of a trickier conversion. And does Tina get her first mark? Yes, she does. And Lou, he marks 2.
Jacob comes back off the open with a strike. Gavin will try to match, and he does. Puts up a double. So we got some pretty good title matches here. Only a couple pins separating both of our matches. Scratch side getting into the late frames now.
Riley up in the 5th. She leaves a 10-pin. Let's see if Camden can get it going here a little bit. She's working off of a spare. That ball's inside, gonna come in high. She leaves, catches a break, leaves just a 10.
Strike for Scott Boxty on lane 19. So after an open and a spare, he gets back on the strike train. Barry looking for a triple, and he gets it. So big shot there as that strike will give Courtney and Warner the lead by 5 pins as we head into the 8th.
Riley did not convert her 10th. Camden does. A little bit easier for the lefty.
Gavin gets a strike, makes it a triple, keeping pressure on the tournament leaders.
Blew up in the 5th. Good effort, leaves the 7 pin. Should be able to convert. Now that Tina got her first mark, let's see if she could get it going. She's been a little erratic this game.
Jacob with a double, matching his opponent.
She comes in light, but leaves just the 2 pin.
I don't think Warner liked it at first. The ball held, and he's got 4 in a row. And Courtney and Warner find themselves in the lead in the late frames. Scott Boxty tries to match him with a double.
Lucchese converted his 7. Let's see if Tina can make her 2 pin.
25 pins separate our scratch match as they head into the foundation night. Everybody working on a double or more.
That was a good shot by Camden. They're locked in a tight match into the 6th.
Courtney with a big strike and then start the 9th frame. They can shut their opponents out if they both strike out.
Riley, that's going to come in light. Avoids the washout or the split. Leaves just a 2 pin.
Jacob Boxty does what he can. Gets another strike in the 9th.
Better shot there by Tina. She leaves a 10 pin. See if she can make it this time. She, I believe, missed one earlier in the match.
Warner gets a strike in the 9th. 5 in a row for him.
Scratch match has become a really good match.
Yeah, Warner and Courtney have not missed since mid-5th frame. And around the 7th frame is when they took the lead in the match. They will have a 25-pin lead going into the 10th frame if Scott strikes, and he does. So triple on our team trailing. 4 in a row, 5 in a row for Courtney and Warner as we start the 10th frame.
Tina did not make her 10 pin. Christo cannot make her pay for it as he leaves the 6th 10.
First shot in the 10th is Courtney, and he gets a strike. Big strike there for him. We're going to see some big scores here on the scratch side, but we can only have one winner. Boxty will try to match him, and he does with a big strike. So the deficit remains at 25 as they head to the second ball of the 10th frame.
Ooh, Chris chops the 6-10. So the match remains razor thin.
Gavin Courtney takes a re-rack before his second shot at 10. Kind of settle down his emotions. Oh, and he comes in high, trips out to 6. Big shot there for him with a break. And he'll be in the 250s.
So basically with a good count, his partner's just going to need to mark in the 10th.
Yep.
Camden, that's not the shot she was looking for. Off of a strike, leaves the 1.
Jake almost matches him, but goes high. 7 pin.
First, Riley shooting at the 1-2-7. She converts. Camden now.
9 count for Gavin. Finishes with a great game of 257. So he shoots 256, 257 in his two finals matches.
Camden does not convert her spare.
Boxty does not make a spare, but he shoots 255. So 2 pins only separate our youth bowlers.
Chris comes back off of the open, going 10 back. Puts the pressure on Tina.
First shot for Warner for the victory. And he gets it. Gavin Courtney and Barry Warner will be our winners in the scratch division today from the number 3 seed position. Scott comes up light, 3-6-9. And Gavin Courtney, Barry Warner will take home the victory, but in a great match that came down to the 10th.
Tina, big conversion there of a washout. In the 7th, we still got 3 frames to go. On the handicap side, that washout keeps them in it. That was a big spare here. Now let's see if Camden can get back on it. She's working off of an open. She's got 104 in the 7th. That's going to cross over and carry. Looks like both of these bowlers are getting a little bit tired. I mean, they are on game 10 plus practice. Riley up now in the 8th. That's going to cross over as well and strike.
Courtney and Warner in a victory. They shoot 5-06 in the title match to come home with the victory.
That's Tina's best shot of the match.
Scott finishes with 203, and in a great title match score, 506 to 458 is our final score in scratch.
Lucchese now looking to double. And he does. He gets the 7 out. So all bowlers strike in the 8th.
Scoreboard shows 1 pin separating in our handicap match.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. ATM. Even more good with you. Yeah. Line 9. Oh, yeah, line 9 keeps dropping pins. You have to reset it all. Yeah, you guys like breaking.
Riley leaves a 5-pin. Camden, she comes in high, does not get a break, leaves the big 4. Riley will convert. Riley and Chris, are in the driver's seat halfway through the 9th frame. Camden gets the 2. She's got 130. Best she could do is shoot 160. Tina could still shoot 184. Riley could shoot 170. While Chris could still shoot 233. And he gets a tap.
Big triple there for him in the foundation 9th.
Tina almost in a must-strike situation, and she doesn't. She leaves a split, and that is pretty much going to wrap up this match. Camden, go ahead. Good effort there by Tina. I would say Camden and Tina just ran out of gas.
Yeah, both being on opens going into the 10th. Riley and Chris in the driver's seat just need to keep the board clean.
Riley gets 9. Camden makes her spare.
Yeah, the decider in this match is going to come down to Chris. As long as he can keep the board clean. At this point, Camden has to get count and then strike out. Tina almost needs to strike out to give them a chance.
So they're at 306. If Tina strikes out, they're at 336. Riley, they're going to put them in the 330s. So Chris is just going to need 2 pins. 3 pins, assuming Tina strikes out. And Tina gets the first. So she's going to make Chris get the 3 to wrap this up. All right, and your winners are officially Riley Nahay and Chris Lucchese. Tina with a 9 count. Chris crossing over.
Interesting finals today. Our scratch division, our number 3 seed will take home the title. And in handicap, our number 4 seed is victorious.
That just shows, when we have these kind of formats, doesn't matter where you qualify.
You know what it reminds me of? The Philadelphia
I knew
Phillies.
you were going to bring that.
That number 6 seed.
I knew you were
still
going to bring it. Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I didn't mean to change the subject.
Yeah, change the rules just to help the Phillies. Change the rules.
So final score on the handicap side, it's a 378 to 326 victory for Nahay and Lucchese.
All right, that's going to do it. Let's give out some awards, and then we'll get a picture or two, and then we'll bring back our winners for final interviews.
This.
Hey, where can I get another chair like this one? Down there in the bar area? That's what I meant.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our PJBT event today, our second adult junior. Time to give out our final awards. Finishing runner-up in the scratch division, the youth bowler getting a $150 scholarship and award. The adult bowler $150 payout goes to the team of Jacob and Scott Boxty.
Jacob and Scott Boxty, your runners up today in the scratch division. Very good bowling today for the two of them. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Finishers in the handicap division.
Many years of practice.
The bowler receiving a $125 scholarship and award. The adult bowler a $125 payout goes to the team of Camden Hockenbrock and Tina Hook.
Tina Hook, Camden Hockenbrock, your runners up today in the handicap division. They would have won if she brought me food and drink, though.
Okay, now it is time to crown our champions. Starting in the scratch division, our adult champion, receiving a $200 payout, and the first place plaque goes to Barry Werner.
Barry Werner, your adult scratch champion.
And our scratch division youth champion, receiving a $200 scholarship, and the first place acrylic plaque goes to Gavin Courtney.
Gavin Courtney, your scratch youth champion today.
Our handicap champions, the adult bowler receiving a $200 payout and the first place plaque for the win. And I'm just going to throw in that spot again. Goes to Chris Lucchese.
Chris Lucchese, the Luke. Your adult champion today.
And his youth partner receiving the championship in scratch.
Good bowling today.
$200 scholarship for her, and the first place acrylic plaque goes to Riley Nahay.
Riley Nahay, your youth champion today.
All right, we'll get a picture with our winners, and we'll send them back for final interviews. Don't forget to join us next Sunday as the PJBT moves to ABC North Lanes in Harrisburg for our third major singles event of the season next Sunday, October the 20th. I think. No,
23rd.
Sorry. Next Sunday, October 23rd. We'll see you then.
All right, let me get the camera ready. So I would like to thank you for continuing the tradition. What? Oh, you know, it's what I do.
Guys. Oh, what's the spare bottle? Like, it's got no port right here.
All right, which one of you are coming in first? I don't care which one of you is
You
coming
said
first.
handicap.
Okay,
Where are you sitting?
Riley in the middle. Lou, you're down at the end. Ugh. Let's see if I can squeeze in here. All right. Squeeze in a little bit. All right, we are here today with our handicap champions, Miss Riley Nahay. Shake hands. And Mr. Chris Lucchese. Shake hands. The Lou. You know, whenever I say that, you know what it makes me think of?
What?
The ogre.
Oh, boy.
From Revenge of the Nerds. I mean, you don't look like the ogre.
I hope not yet.
You look like Takagi.
Yes.
Yes. That was so bad. I shouldn't have.
Wow, we're on the air with this, huh?
Yeah. So, my first question is, how did you two become partners? There has to be a story behind
this.
this.
It was a brainstorm of mine coming home from the last PJBT that Leanna's in a little bit of a slump, and my average was not helping her, and that Riley could have used somebody who threw a couple more strikes. So we figured if we would have bowled that way at Chacos, we both make the cut. So I thought it would have worked out that way today, but couldn't have worked out better for us.
So in other words, it was your idea to dump your daughter as a partner.
Sort of. It's going to be a long ride home.
That was great.
She agreed to it.
I dumped Pete and he won.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I figured it would be the other way around. I figured it would be you that dumped Pete.
Oh, she was immediately on board.
Oh, of course. Well,
We sent the text, do you want to bowl with? Yes.
like you didn't even send the text.
Right,
You already
yeah.
answered it. Yes. You're not mad, are you? Are you mad? All right, that's great. So, Neon, how'd you bowl on? First off, Neon is not one of the patterns you normally struggle on, or like, it's not like Stone Street, is it? Because Lord knows Stone Street, forget about it. She walks in, sees Stone Street, walks right out the door.
That is her kryptonite.
Yes, it is. So, how'd you bowl on Neon today?
pretty bad.
Pretty bad. But you won, but she bowled pretty bad.
I had very consistent 168s and 167s.
Well, what do you average?
162.
Well, that's above your average. So you bowled pretty bad. If you average 190, then you bowled pretty bad. Lou.
I will say I had the same struggles in the beginning.
Okay.
I had a really hard time getting over the 205 hump. I was
Okay.
only a few over my average. And in the semis, something just said to me, use a bigger ball, get in whatever oil is left over.
Yep.
Use 7-8 as the gutter because it's not out of bounds, but
Right.
it's definitely hooking.
Right.
So I just played the shim, wrote it in, found some fresher back end.
Okay. So, our next adult junior, I don't know when it is. I know we have one November 20th at Limerick. I do know that. That's a major, actually. That's our one adult junior major. Are you guys going to partner up again?
I might actually be on crutches at that point.
Oh.
So I'm going to have my knee looked at.
Oh,
So this is sweet because it might be one of the last times I bowl for about 6 or 7 months.
oh, wow. All right.
It's not official yet, but we'll see what
Okay.
prognosis is.
All right. So, assuming you're not on crutches, are you going to dump your daughter for Riley?
We'll have to discuss it.
Okay.
Nothing's official yet.
Okay. Did you like bowling with Luke? Yeah. Would you do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is like Pete done? Like, are you just like done bowling with Pete?
He bowls over 200 most of the time. He bowls 150s with me because he doesn't like.
Because he doesn't like it.
I don't know anybody who likes to bowl
He
bad.
bowls bad and then he gets angry and then he bowls a 120
Oh,
and then I have to carry him.
got it. So you're looking for a new permanent partner. Ah, but we could. That's easy. We could find a new permanent partner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home. Wait, by the way, what title number this is for you, including girls tournament? Title
This is
number?
my second.
Okay.
Steve Brown last year, and now
Steve Brown.
I always have to bowl with the kids to win something, it seems like.
So, will you be able to bowl Steve Brown this year?
Yeah,
in 2
so I'm
weeks?
actually holding out for that.
Okay.
I didn't make an appointment until after Steve Brown.
Okay.
You don't often get a chance to try to defend.
That's right. All right, taking home the handicap championship today here at Bowlero Berks, Miss Riley Nahay. Is that better?
Yeah.
You gonna shake my hand this time?
No.
And the Lou, Chris, Luke Hazy.
Can I just say I'd like to thank my dad, who
Sure.
passed away 10 years ago. He brought me to countless JBTs and junior tournaments, and I model myself and take my daughter to every tournament she wants to go to.
And believe me, they have a long drive. So you used to see Chuck a lot.
Yes, good friends with Chuck.
Good guy, Chuck. Very good guy. All right, well, you're buying dinner, I'm told, so I hope it's somewhere close so I could go. All right. All right, we'll let you guys step out, and we'll bring in our scratch champions. Thank you. Congratulations. Come on in, gentlemen.
What share you got?
We put the good-looking kids in the middle.
Yes. Thanks.
Then us ugly adults are on the outside. Well, the ugliest on the left, of course. All right. We're here with our scratch division champions. Hey, Mr. Gavin Cordy, Mr. Barry, is it Warner? Wenner. I knew he wasn't saying it right.
Warner.
I knew he wasn't saying it.
Everybody says Warner, but it's Wenner.
Yeah, because like there was no R in your last name except at the end when I was looking at it. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you two become partners?
Well, I was going to bowl with Karen Brown, my brother's girlfriend.
Yes.
Friday, she said she had to work, so I was kind of scrambling for a partner. I asked my dad, but he already made plans, so I messaged this guy. I guess it worked out good.
I guess so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you to Gavin for being available to bowl with us. Yeah.
It's always a blast.
Yes. So, Neon, how did you attack it, and how did it break down that you bowled so well in the finals?
Well, was game 2? Game 2, it was kind of a struggle. Game 1, I know we went like plus 144.
That's a good way to start.
Second game was kind of a struggle. I shot like 180, something, shot low 2s. It was kind of weird because there was more oil on the outside than there was inside.
Interesting.
So it was very weird. But as the time went on, after we got all the way down here, like maybe game 4 and 5 finished on over there, it was kind of, that side was way different over here. That side for me was a lot tighter.
And that's opposite of what it used to be here. I mean, back at least in my time here, and my kids' time, this side was always the tires.
But basically, I threw urethane all day. I didn't even touch reactive for one shot. I mean, I touched reactive in practice, but then after that, I put it away because there was no sense using it. I did look at a couple different urethanes. I had Purple Hammer, and then I had an old Fat Ball Burgundy Hammer.
Ooh,
so
that was a good ball back in the day.
But I was too far left, and there was a huge cliff there, so I wasn't really able to throw it much. But I did get a few shots in there and there between, so I guess it worked out good. Purple Hammer is always good.
And what ball did you throw in the finals?
Purple
Hammer, of course. Barry.
For me, attack the lanes. I was standing a little bit further left, standing about, say, 28 or so. Kept keeping the ball inside, tighter line. Try to get down lane, go a bit outside, knowing that this house is prone hooking. The ball just laid up really nice, stayed behind the ball, folded, got myself just keep it steady, consistent. And like everybody says, 900 global Zen ball.
It's a really good ball.
Yeah, it is.
That is a really good ball. If I was still bowling, which I don't, I would definitely have that ball in my bag for sure. Absolutely for sure. So, here's a chance to give a plug. Who do you want to thank?
My dad for letting me drill my stuff. My mom for supporting me.
Where does your dad let you drill your stuff?
At Easter's.
And it's called?
Strike Zone Pro Shop.
There you go. At Easter Lanes?
Yep.
Okay.
Mom for supporting me and all my family for supporting me.
Okay. Barry?
First and foremost, shout out to both the parents. Shout out to Dad, because he helped me ever since I was growing up, coached me, was teaching me. Harry Charleston, high school was my coach. We go head to head all the time.
Yeah.
League with him. As well as Chris Courtney. Been my ball driller ever since blue ball days.
So, what year did you graduate high school? Not to figure out your age, but
2007.
Okay, and where was he coaching back then?
Garden Spot.
Garden Spot.
I think that's when I was born.
Garden Spot. Good old Garden Spot.
Yes, Garden Spot.
Good old. I used to like bowling at Garden Spot for tournaments. All right, PJBT tournament title number 1. Oh, hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Title number
That is one PJBT.
All right, so here's what happens on your first tournament. You pick where dinner is, and if I like it, I'm going, and you're buying. So where's dinner at? Arby's. Hey, I'm fine with Arby's. That's cool. I was kind of hoping you would have picked something, like Buca de Beppo, or since you're buying, of course.
Hey.
All right, taking home the Scratch Division champion. First time champions for the both of these, Mr. Gavin Courtney, Mr. Barry Warner.
Thank you.
Congratulations, gentlemen. I'll let you step out. We'll bring Matt in, and we'll wrap this puppy up.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
What a great day that was. 118 people and first-time champions in scratch. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We hope to see you next Sunday. We'll be at ABC North Lanes in Harrisburg for our third major of the season. So make sure you join us tomorrow, next Sunday afternoon here on YouTube for our finals.
Yes.
So have a great week, and we will see you next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Say goodbye.
See you later.